What's up, guys? Hellspawn here, bringing you the first review in my 9-video birthday countdown. This is going to be video number 1, March 1st, working up to March 9th, which will be video number 9. I picked 9 of my favorite collectibles, and I'm doing a review each day, working up until the day of my birthday. The March 9th, day of my birthday, will be my number 1 all-time favorite collectible out of my collection. And I'll make sure that I take the time to get that up for you guys, even though I have a busy day of drinking and shenanigans and debauchery ahead of me, which will all probably take place on my couch. But anyhow, this is the number 1 review in that countdown on March 1st, and it's the Palisades Alien Queen Signature Series statue. This statue is awesome. The pose is great. It looks good. It's big. It's definitely a nice focal point of my collection. Before we get into the video, I want to put a disclaimer out there. I do have a camera that takes high quality video. It's not HD, but it does take high quality. And it is not syncing with my computer right now. I do not know why, but for some reason, it will connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect. And it does not allow me to transfer the videos onto the computer. So I'm having to use my iPhone right now. I apologize if the quality isn't everything that it could be. If I figure out how to fix either the computer or the camera, whatever's giving me the problem with the connection, I will be sure to re-review a lot of this stuff in HD. In fact, if I ever get an HD camera, I'll probably just start redoing every review I've ever done of the collectibles that I still have and haven't sold over time. Anyhow, but back to the review. Alien Queen Signature Series statue, big. I mean, you can see my hands right here. I'm a big guy, big hand, and it only comes up to about an angle when I put my hand on its side. She is about 19 inches from the bottom of the base to the top of her crest, and she's about 17 and a half inches from the top of the base to the top of her crest. Couple things that I really like about this statue is the pose. If you look at this pose, it's very dynamic. It's very, full of movement, potential movement. It definitely looks like she's getting ready to open up a can of whoop ass on somebody. I like how it spreads out. They didn't pull any punches with how much room this statue was going to take up on the shelf. And they definitely didn't worry about what type of box it was going to come in and how much it cost to ship, because the box for this thing is huge. We're talking close to Hulkbuster size, probably a little closer to like Predator LSB bust size, things like that. But definitely an imposing feature to your collection. The only thing that really brings this statue down for me is the paint. There's not a lot of it. They do add some subtle highlights into the arms, the legs, the raised areas, but they're mostly like a dark brown, and they don't really show up too well. When you look at this, you see a whole lot of black. You see a whole lot of dark colors. You do not see a whole lot of detail. That's fine, because there's a lot of detail in the sculpt itself, and when you see this thing in person, it's definitely a different experience from watching it on a video or seeing pictures of it. I actually won this on eBay, and it was pretty cool the way that it happened. There was a guy that posted a lot of different Palisades statues, Predators, Aliens, and whatnot. He had a buy it now price, and he had a starting bid. I have almost every single one of the statues that he has listed in his lot, but for some reason I still looked at the auction and read the description, and in the description he said that if anybody used the buy it now option, he would include a Signature Series Alien Queen statue for free in with the lot. I think he said it was like an extra $15 shipping or something like that, because the box is so big. But anyhow, I messaged him and said, hey, look, I don't need any of the other statues from your listing, because I have most of them already, but I would definitely like to have that Palisades Alien Queen in my collection. Can I buy it off you? And he wanted to leave it in the deal for someone to possibly get his buy it now price. He said if nobody picked it up for the buy now price, then he would definitely send it my way at a nice cost. So I said, sure, kept an eye on the auction. Auction never sold. So here she is. He did mention that it was broken. She was missing several fingers. About 4, I think, in total. Oh, excuse me, yawning. I'm getting ready to go to work here in the next 30 minutes, and I'm already yawning. So, but she was missing about 4 fingers, 3 of which were in the package, 1 that was totally gone. Whoops, sorry, bumped into the camera there. I reattached the 3 fingers, filled the cracks, sanded them down, repainted, sculpted a new finger, that was missing, and did the same thing to that, repainted it, put it all together, and what you see is what you get. He did say there was a crack in the tail, but I could never find it, and I've never had any problems with it. So, no harm, no foul. Like I said, 6.5 out of 10 on the paint here. There's really not much going on. They did the best they could with what they had, and they made a really good looking statue. The teeth are silver, the fingernails are silver, the toenails are silver. A little bit of gradient, a little bit of a shading job going on here on the top of the head with like a grayish blue, and then you've got the browns all throughout the rest. Sculpt, I'd give it about an 8. The sculpt is really great. Could be a little more detailed. It looks like they might have piled the paint on a little too heavy when they were doing the base coat. But definitely a great sculpt. The pose is fantastic. They did a really good job on detail. Overall, I'd give it about an 8.5 out of 10. The only thing bringing it down for me is when they did the sculpt, the head I think should have been tilted up a little bit more so you could see more detail in the face. And the paint could have been better. But all in all, especially for what I paid for it, this thing is badass. I recommend picking it up if you're an Aliens fan, Alien Queen fan, any fan of the franchise whatsoever, especially if you can get it for a good price. They do go for a bit of a lofty sum on eBay. Man, I'm full of yawns today. But at the same time, if you can get them for a good deal like I did, go for it. I also got the Aliens Warrior from the same Palisades Signature Series line, and you won't even believe this, but the Aliens Warrior was a listing on eBay. It started off at $10 because the fingers were broken and the tail was broken, and nobody bid on it. I ended up winning that for $22. Well, my wife ended up winning it for me, but she got it for $22, and with shipping it was like $37. So I got a $200 and something statue to my front door for less than $40. Fixed the fingers just like I did on this, glued the tail, bam. Things like brand new, awesome, and unfortunately it's not part of my top 9, but I will have a review on that for you soon. So anyways, just wanted to give you guys that first installment in those 9 videos that I promised to you. This is the Palisades Aliens Queen Signature Series statue from Palisades Toys, which is now out of business, but products can still be had on eBay for a decent price. I will see you tomorrow with another review. I have all the reviews already mapped out on what days and what's getting done. I think you guys are going to like it. It's 9 reviews of pure awesomeness, ending with my top 1 collectible, my favorite out of my entire collection, on the day of my birthday. So anyways, goodbye for now. I'll see you guys in less than 24 hours. Tomorrow, Friday, March 2nd. And then we're going to keep it going the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. See y'all later.